Welcome back to Be the Change podcast. We have Costanza Safatle with us here today. Costanza is the CEO of Newbornlander. She is a serial entrepreneur. Like, you have so many things on the go. You are a mentor. You're on Dragon's Den. Previously in your career, you're a lawyer. And I'm so happy to have you with us today. And we're going to talk a little bit about what success means to you on an individual basis, personally, and on a business basis. What does that look like?
Well, I would say personally, success to me, I feel really successful when I am able to control my time. My time, my quality time. I always say I don't have time, but I will make the time for you. But I will make it for you because it's important, even like mentorship. I mentor a lot of people. I like, I don't have time, but I will do it. I need to do it. And my mom said we are creators of time. I believe in that. And so when I am able to control my time, I am really happy. I don't have a lot of time, which is true, but the time that I have, I use it really well. And I feel really successful when I am able to share with my family, for example, and feel also that I am working well, like delivering well as a executive director of Newbornlander, as an owner of this business. So there is my beauty place of success to me. And as a business, of course, the success go with sales, with be sustainable, and being able to grow. And it's a really big challenge because for me, it's how I measure success in my company is how many women I am able to hire and to impact. I believe that we today have 5, and I wish to have more. I truly wish. And it's really hard to manufacture in Canada, but in Newfoundland, harder. So that sometimes struggle me a little bit in how I can become there in a big way, and fast. I want to see that fast, but it's good. Be patient is one of the good skills to have as an entrepreneur. And so for me, success in Newbornlander is as much women as we can have here, and better is our success, bigger is our impact. And that create a space of voice. So even being in a podcast like today, or being able to have the mic and speak about it, for me, that means it's part of the success of Newbornlander to share a story. I truly hope to empower enough my team that they will be able to speak one day by themselves in front of the cameras and the news and feel comfortable to share their own experiences. And so, that is like success.
So business has been open for how many years now? What does this look like?
7 years since I started with my sewing machine, watching videos in YouTube in my home. And I would say formally as a business when I was able to incorporate in 2020. And I take the control of my company in 2022 after the change, the last change. So I recovered the control of my company. And that was the day 2022, April 28, when we was also able to open the space of Newbornlander. Before was my home. It was beautiful. So I have beautiful memories there. But that was like the formality of like put the logo outside. Was like, oh my God, this is so real. And so,
So what's next for you?
What is next and for Newbornlander? Well, and my dream is big.
Sure.
It's in being the bigger social enterprise in Canada that create a settlement employment program for refugee women. I want to be in every province. I want to knock the door of every province and to have a Newbornlander space there to manufacture for other companies and to continuous manufacture Newbornlanders that will grow. Definitely will be, we will be able to hire women, hopefully in other provinces. But I wish to see Newbornlander as a kind of that brand that everyone recognize, and as a like social kind of solving a big problems that everyone see the problem, everyone feels the problem, and it's not your fault, but it's your problem. and buying Newbornlander things, they are helping to alleviate the problem, and manufacturing to other brands that are willing to manufacture in a slow fashion approach to be able to enter to the manufacturing and see how we are manufacturing their things, and to be able to say we manufacture in Canada local in a slow fashion approach, and we support immigration in this piece, and so if I am able to do that, to tell the story, to show the impact in different provinces, that would be my dream. That would be the dream of Newbornlander. And sometimes I think it's pretty challenge things like that as a private, because again, it's a big social commit. And as a private, you have so many limitations. But I believe that is possible. And I believe situations like spaces like this, help to spread the voice and to have more support from everyone.
Absolutely. I see you as such a big role model in our community. Like you said in our previous interview, your face was over all the big screens around town, with Canada Post, with Dragon's Den. People got to know certainly your brand and your story. And no doubt that was kind of one of those success pieces for you. And do you look back on that, and do you what's your thoughts on all of that?
What's a good lesson of you can do it, you can dream really big. I always say that Newbornlander, we are a small business. The level of exposition and the news, the level of attention that we have is so high that exceed the size of the business. So this created people feel oh my God, they are, and it's yes, but we are still a small business, and we are trying to handle it every day, and sales and everything. And so, and for me it was a really good lesson of you can do it. Doesn't matter the size of your business, you can create change. The money for me doesn't move me. I truly believe that I can make an incredible job and as a full-time worker. That is not what I truly believe in my potential. I feel that I have a lot of potential. I have to put it in the table every single day. I am really excited every time that I get a year more, because it's what will become from me this year, and that put that in this company. And I always say that when I go to pitch for fundings and say, listen, I know this should become from the not-for-profit, but guess what? I will do it better. And I will do it so well. Believe me, I will do everything that I need to do to make this done. And I believe that I can do it. And that's why I am so excited. If I want to create a settlement employment program for refugee women, because I think that I can do it well, and I need the shot, to show and put everything that I learned. And I think that is my zone of potential. That is my zone of potential. I can do it well. And so for me, Dragon's Den and Canada Post was sometimes when I am afraid I will be pitched my idea to this. I was already in Dragon's Den pitching to 6 big investors in national television. They can't destroy me. But I didn't thought about it, because I was if I touch humanity on the side of big, doesn't matter, politicians, investors, doesn't matter. There are humans. If I am able to express and explain the problem, and they are able to understand and believe that from a pure place of love and motivation, I would try to solve it. I would try. Let me try. I cannot guarantee that I would be happy. I would try really hard, and I can convince them. And yeah, I think that is what happened with Canada Post too. I was that things that you see online, I will not apply, how I will win. And you win, it's yeah, I am doing something special.
You're so modest. I love that about you. Most people, never get the opportunity or never create the opportunity, not get, create. Like you created these opportunities with a lot of hard work, sweat, equity, like a lot of, no doubt, anyone who's an entrepreneur, we've had the tears, right? We've had the kind of imposter syndrome, and we've had the, oh my goodness, is this going to work? How is this going to work? Like the endless hours, right, of just doing and redoing and, those sorts of things. So if there's any entrepreneurs or, immigrants or refugees watching, what are some messaging that we can send to them today?
Well, I would say that, there's so many messages that I want to give them, but the truth is nobody will come to help you. Nobody will come to your door to tell you, hey, I have something good for you. Like, I believe, and it's hard to ask to them that they believe in themselves when the system failed to them, because I feel they come with this belief and somehow that go away. But I can tell you that as soon as you choose to belong, you choose to do something and believe that can be successful or could be different. And when you choose to start to think in that way, things change, truly change. And it's real. And it's hard to think, if I come back to 2017 without English, without connections, like, kind of losing my hopes, like really unhappy where I was thinking my life back home. And it's hard to think that I will be where I am right now. But is that step by step, action by action, not thinking, like doing things every day. I believe that created change. And then you start to believe in yourself again, and you start to see your potential. And then when Newfoundland was really big, now became more small. And you became like, oh, now if I go to and I go to buy, probably I will say hi to somebody, because now I know people and now I can communicate and I can say how I feel. But you go through that every single day. So I feel I choose to belong, and was really hard. Take me a lot of years to change my mind. But when I did it, things worked. And I believe that immigrants have a superpower. I would say we are travelers of time. I see things when they doesn't work back home. The level of poverty back home is higher. The level of challenges as a country is bigger. And I see solutions. And here I see something that's like, well, that is really should we do that? But here don't know, because you never lived there. So I always say we are travelers of the world because we've been in the past. We kind of can say we are in the future. If you travel, you will see more future there. And you can come home and do it by yourself and talk about it. And so I would say claim and own your gift. You need to claim it, like who you are. You need to come back to yourself and take out your potential, because I believe in them. I believe all of them have huge potential. It's just we being quiet and silent.
I would suggest within a system, in a province that we're living, unfortunately our systems do silence people, and they're not always built around success in the correct ways. And, to your point that you had in their earlier podcast, looking at, maybe we need to start shifting that direction and looking at, what can non-for-profits or what can organizations do, to start hiring, through diversity, start looking at the names. When you go through resumes, when you start going through who you're hiring for positions, step outside the box, really look at, who the organization is and where you want to go to, because, I think that we're really missing things and not stepping in the right direction when we're looking at, who we're giving opportunities to and who we're having conversations with even.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like leaders in position of power is something that they need to reflect as well from their own team, how much diversity you have in your team. And the approach of hearing and put position of voice, the ones that are suffering the problem, is crucial. It is like it's part of your leadership. Like, and we are watching you. Everyone is watching you. And today, in the world that we are today, I feel if you don't make the change, people is watching you. And you should be honored your work and what you are doing as a CEO, as a politician, as any position of power have a huge responsibility. I always tell my team members, I am a member of this, like you are. The only difference is that I have more responsibilities. That is what it is, and I need to use that power in a way that benefit everyone. So I feel we are seeing change. I am really happy. I believe that I have, again, big dreams. I will try to make them happen. I will try to. And I'll continue doing my work and hopefully empower more women that they will impact our community, their children's, in many ways. So, yeah.
I know that you're involved as well with St. John's Board of Trade. That's something, I guess, new for you this year. And you don't mention these things that you're involved with, but I know. So I'm going to do the shout out that you put your name out there to become involved, and looking at and like, can you tell a little bit about your reasoning, like to get involved? I know St. John's Board of Trade. I'm a member, and I think they do fantastic work. But just trying to look at how things maybe, like, how do we shift business right in our local system?
Well, I feel super excited. I feel you say Board of Trade, and I am happy. And it's a big space of, we say, to access to change. I believe board members and the people that work in the office of Board of Trade, and it's people like that is dreaming, and it is one of the mission of Board of Trade, that is be a place that is good for business in general and create attraction. And so the openness to be able that recognize that we need to make some change and how we will influence our members and what we'll be advocate for. And these are the topics that we will advocate, thinking in that, recognizing the reality, not all is cool. Not like no, we need change and we will work for change. And that making me feel that I belong there. And that's why I apply. One, I feel that I have a voice. I have a lot to say as an immigrant, as a small business as well. And so I feel like I can do work here. And also because working and growing as a leader, I feel that when you come together with other people that understand the problem, that is more powerful instead just me saying something. And I believe Board of Trade is a great space to do that with people that understand. And even I always say it's not your fault, but it's your problem. And they understand the problem and they're committed to the problem. And that is why I have hope, I have fun, I learn. And I believe that Board of Trade today have a good position to advocate and create change. The amount of members is huge. And I believe member trust a lot in the organization. And then it's a space for change. That is what I think. So I am really happy, proud. I met so many people. So I am having so much fun. And it's a beautiful way to give your time as a volunteer. As an immigrant, I believe representation matters. If some immigrants see me there, they can be there too. Their businesses can be members. And how we create access, that is our job. That is our job. How we make them feel that they belong also here, it is our job. And that is my job too. So that's why I am there too. I want that they see that you can be in a space like that can be you tomorrow. That doesn't matter the size of your business. You can be a member of Board of Trade. And if they need to talk with somebody, and if they want to talk with an immigrant, I am there. So you can talk to me, and I will try to do and bring your voice to the table and say hey, we are not hearing this perspective. How we can include more immigrants? How we can include international students to see that big things are happening in our community and they should be stay here. And I bring that things, and it is a topic, and that is a win. So I feel my role there is important for that. As an immigrant, definitely.
Absolutely. I love what you said about, representation matters. And I think that's kind of why we probably all do the work that we do, is looking at how do we be representative and true to our backgrounds and true to our cultures and people that we want to try to help and influence and be the kind of social fabric. So thank you for that. And thank you for bringing voice to people, because I think that's greatly needed within our beautiful business community. And, I see you as that beacon of hope, bringing some messaging to those that maybe have never heard it before. Because if we don't know, we don't learn. We need to learn from folks like you, and from some of our strong business communities that have put their hand up and that volunteer endlessly and look at that. As we end today, any final messaging for folks?
Well, no, thank you so much. And to create the space and bring different voices, to speak. I believe that Newfoundland and Labrador is growing, and with that, challenges come, but also opportunities. And I feel that I see, or maybe now I see it, more people, more leaders talking, challenging, and I love it. And I feel we are in a good place. I believe in the potential of I love Newfoundland and Labrador. And I feel we deserve better. We have so much room to improve. And I see people working for it, and that motivates me a lot. And for the ones that are in a passive mode right now, I will invite them to be active, to start to play a role, because there's so many roles to play here. And we need people, we need voices there. We don't need other ones representing us. We can do it. We can speak. So empower them to do it, and connecting from myself or you, or there's so many places today to knock, and we will open the door. Well, the door will be open, to you to enter, and to employers to reflect, because this is not a shoot. You need workforce. So it's better to start today and understand about it, and that reject the idea of it. And so I feel there will be a chief for human resources. Also, I feel they have a big mission. They need to start with the change and proposing to the CEOs change, or opportunities. And so, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I love your insights. And we'll see you soon at Newbornlander, Cashin Avenue. Check it out. Fantastic storefront and amazing. I bought my own winter hat last year. Love it to pieces. It's all about women's empowerment, so it has all the different faces of women on there, of diversity. So love that. And keep on doing what you're doing. You're making an impact in our communities.
Thank you so much.